Hey everyone, and welcome back to House of Mystery. So, as promised, I am going to review season 2 of Only Murders in the Building. I have been binge watching this show, and now I'm having a little bit of trouble because season 4 is brand new on Hulu and it's coming out weekly. So, I have to watch one episode at a time, which is kind of cool. It's kind of nostalgic. You know, growing up, you had to wait a week to see the next episode. So, I get it and I can appreciate it. But after binge watching 3 seasons now, I've gotten really into the show and I've gotten used to just being able to figure out exactly what happens next. And so I want to talk just briefly about season 2 and why this is still a really great murder mystery. I love that there's still great quality in this show, and I want to tell you all of the things I loved about season 2. So, to properly tell you what I liked about season 2, we have to go back to season 1. And I love that they do this and they had that vision and that foresight. You actually have to go back to season 1, episode 1. In the very beginning, and I actually kind of forgot about it until I rewatched season 1. The very first scene is also the very last scene of season 1, which sets up season 2. And that is where Bunny dies, and it looks like Mabel has committed this murder. So I love how from the beginning, like I'm intrigued. I can't wait to start season 2 because of the way season 1 ends. And so I think that just the vision and the foresight for that was really, really great. And on that same note, the end of season 2 does the exact same thing. It sets you up so well for season 3. It keeps you wanting to watch and like, oh my goodness, because it also has a different twist on it. You can tell it's not going to be the same old, like, how many murders can possibly take place in this building? They kind of start to remedy that problem that maybe people would have. And so they do a really good job on both the front end and the back end of season 2. And of course, we have to talk again about the performances of our trio, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. They do a fantastic job. They have grown on us even more as we come to trust them and learn their personalities and how they play off each other. Again, I cannot think of a better trio to put in as these characters. They do a fantastic job, and there's never a dull moment. You never see the acting start to fade or fall off or get old and tired. They keep it fresh with every single episode. And, of course, fantastic job to them. Now, the one thing that I actually loved more about season 2 than season 1 was the additional characters, or like those side characters that we started to get to know in season 1, but now we fully get to appreciate in season 2. For example, Howard, he is one of my absolute favorite characters from the show. And in season 1, for a while, he really was a suspect, so you didn't really know how to feel about him. But now that we know he definitely isn't, he's just kind of this crazy cat guy. He often offers this like just comedy that I don't know you could find in other characters. And so he does a really great job. And then just the new ones that they add and how they interact and come into the plot. The doorman who's been around, the detective who has also been in season 1. We start to really like her because at first in season 1, you're like, are you going to be for them or against them? And clearly in season 2, she is rooting for them. She does not believe that they have committed these crimes. And so that is really cool. But they just do a great job of using old characters from season 1, introducing new characters. There's a good mix of maybe people that we don't know and a lot of big name celebrities. I think when you have headliners like Steve Martin and Martin Short, it's probably a little bit easier to get some of those celebrities to come and guest star on your show. But the cool thing about their guest star appearances is that they last for like a whole season, not just one episode. And so I think that that is really cool. Tina Fey does a great job. You have Zaz, his body double, who is Charles's body double, who comes in and does a fantastic job. Jane does that role so very, very well. And so I just love getting to know and appreciate these characters. The only downside to me of season 2, if I were picking one, would be that the first half of that season I didn't love as much as the second half of the season. The second half was phenomenal as far as the plot goes. The plot was just amazing in the second half. The first half, I thought that some of those inclusions of like famous characters who came to appear maybe weren't totally necessary, or I didn't fall in love with their characters. And maybe there were some things that moved a little bit slow, but really it wasn't like terrible. It definitely is just, if I were picking something, I would say that the second part of this season is stronger than the first part. But I still loved it all and couldn't wait to watch season 3. So again, if you're like me and you have, I guess, been living in a hole and you have missed out on this for the past few years, go check it out. It is available on Hulu. It is worth watching. I definitely would watch it from the beginning. Season two, I do not think will disappoint you at all, and I will be doing a season three review very soon. As always, if you have made it to this point, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, subscribe, leave your comments. I would love to hear from you. I hope everyone has a great day, and as always, stay mysterious.